there. We'll tackle the 75 and up guys. So David Lingmerth, Streelman, Knox, Jamie Lovemark, Xander Schauffele, as I'll refer to him as at this point. Seung Yul No. Give me the soundbite on that one. Hudson Swafford and Anirban Lowry. That's the brand. That's the brand pronunciation.
The worst.
I mean, I run cold in DFS, but I run colder in the name pronunciation.
That needs to be in your Twitter bio about your pronunciations.
That's actually not bad. That's actually not a bad idea. That's because there's multiple people that can vouch for that. Like, there's just actually no, there's more than multiple. It's just like quite a few people that can vouch for like my horrendous pronunciations of some of these names, not just in golf, but like every sport. But anyway,
and part of the problem, to be fair, to take it a little easy on you in that regard, like when I pull data from different sites, like Seung Yul No has like a U in his name somewhere, or like an O in his name in a different place, or like it's YULO or YUL. Like there's just no consensus on how to spell some of these guys' names. And I'm like,
oh yeah.
Doesn't he just have a name?
It happens.
But like, doesn't he just have a name? Like, ask the guy.
Well,
ask the guy how to spell his name.
I mean, so
is that too much to ask?
I guess. I mean, it could be. Some of these guys hardly leave their houses. You expect them to ring up some random PGA schmuck on the phone?
Don't talk about
and be like,
like that.
Hey, bud. Can you give us the lowdown on how to pronounce your name? That'd be great. Thanks.
Like, write it down once. Jeez. All right, whatever.
That's its own debate. That could be tackled in many different ways. But yeah, who do you like? Who do you really like here in this upper 7K range? Because it does seem like a lot of these guys are going to be lower owned. Probably because the balanced lineup construction method is going to be popular this week, and a lot of these guys may not be necessary, especially if you're building a cash lineup.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, I think, anytime you have a defending champion like Russell Knox, nobody's talking about him as of right now for some reason, and I say that, and I didn't write him off in my DK Live article, but he won last year. Like there has to be something to be said for that. But he's just been like awful this year, like awful. So I don't know. I don't know if you can really rely on him. This whole range is a little weird for me. I mean, Xander is obviously the hashtag brand play, but like other than that, I mean, I think a lot of these guys are kind of not being talked about as much for a reason. Like I like Lovemark, but if he's going to be the highest owned in this place, I'm not in this range. I'm not overly confident about it. Lingmerth has been playing well recently, so maybe he's a play. But I'm kind of off this range, especially for cash. I don't really trust a lot of these guys. Like, if you want to trust like Swafford or Lahiri or any of these guys, like more power to you, but I don't think they possess enough cut equity for me to be like, yeah, I'm going to mash in like Seung Yul No. Like it's this phenomenon with these 6,800 guys or these 6,900 guys that DraftKings is just like, oh, these guys should be 7,800. Let's make them 6,900 this week and just see what happens, basically. So I'm kind of looking more in the lower range than this. And like I said before, I'm leaving salary on the table this week. If I'm talking to you when I'm building lineups tomorrow night, Evan, and I say like, oh yeah, it's like 49.8, just like drive to Long Island and just slap me in the face, because there's no reason to do it this week. There just isn't.
Yeah. No, I
feel like I'm ranting a lot today. Am I ranting a lot? I feel like I'm talking a lot today.
I mean, no, it's good. It's a good thing.
All right.
Gives us more action. Talk about.
I think because we had Roger last week, I had like half the talk time of when you're like asking questions. So now I feel like very self-conscious about how much I'm speaking.
Oh no, that got there was I think I timed it out. There was like a 10-minute point where I just didn't say anything. You two just went at it on something, I don't remember. But if you watch it back, there's just this period where I probably could have left. Like I probably could have like gone downstairs in my house and done something else for 10 minutes. And just no one would have noticed. So, you know,
I would have noticed, Evan. Your presence is greatly appreciated.
I'm glad. I'm glad the 50% can vouch for the other 50%. Make the whole thing. All right. So, I mean, that's pretty much your upper tier of the 7K golfers. I don't know. Do you have any other notes on them or anything?
No, not really through there. I mean, there's so many guys from like 7,400 through 7,000.
Yeah.
It's
the 74 and down guys.
It's so
I think
weird.
We both are kind of. I think you and I are kind of both eyeing one right now that is great, but not for the right reasons.
Oh no, I don't want to talk about Grayson Murray.
Yeah, so I get no. He'll be our lead in to the 7,400 and to 7K guys. At 7,300, we have Grayson Murray rolling in the hood.
Great.
And based on what he said on Twitter, I don't think he'd appreciate the hood too much, but
Jesus. Yeah, he's an idiot. I'm not going to let it get in the way of of actually analyzing the guy. Like he definitely has found, I mean, compared to how he started off the year, he's definitely found some form. I mean,
you could say whatever you want about. Yeah, you could say whatever you want about him in terms of like, what he does in his spare time. But he's a great ball striker. And he knows how to use his irons very well.
Yeah.
So say what you want about the guy. And the thing is, because people hate him so much, it makes him a fantastic tournament play. Because people are going to and I think you might be one of them, to be honest. People might let their emotions and their actual feelings about what he does in his spare time in front of his actual golf game. And last time I checked, DraftKings does not score based on emotional sentiment.
What if karma is a real thing, like in this world, if karma exists, he'll miss the cut.
Oh, absolutely.
And
I mean,
he's overpriced.
If karma were to exist, though, like something would happen that, I mean, not like physically, just his skills would get so poor that he just wouldn't be on the tour anymore.
But yeah, I mean, he should be 6,900. He's too expensive for me, honestly. Like, regardless of the fact that he's just a blithering idiot in almost every time he logs into the Twitter machine. He's just overpriced for me. I mean, I would much rather play Charlie Hoffman. I'd much rather play Bud Cauley in this range. I mean, I don't want to say Keegan Bradley out loud, but like I'd even rather play him. So yeah, I'm gonna just completely ignore that Grayson Murray is a human being and move on,
That's quite a interesting take on him.
Yeah. I just can't. I mean, I can't log in and see, I'm going to be doing a Q&A in 5 minutes. And then he just is just.
Oh, that was the best.
The worst. Like, he's just an idiot.
That was the best. Like, what does he expect? Like, what does he expect to get out of that?
And it's like, who wants to hear your opinion, dude? Like, how
I mean, the thing is, he has
self-important?
followers.
I know, but
He
it's
has
like,
Twitter followers.
yeah, but like people look at a car accident on the side of the road too. It doesn't mean that they're rooting for the car accidents to happen. Like,
That's it's an interesting take on it.
I'm kind of happy about that analogy. I think I nailed that one, but I
I,
digress. But
that
yeah,
was an interesting. No, it's definitely an opinion. Or it's definitely an interesting way to put it. But yeah, there's definitely other golfers in this range that you might be more willing to play
yeah. I mean,
based on a variety of factors.
yeah, and I mean, I'm clearly if he was just like if he was objectively a good play, I would play him. But I really do think he's a little overpriced. Um, like I said, Cauley in this range, Hoffman, Bradley. I mean, you go down $100 and you get to like Emiliano Grillo. You go down another 100 and you get to Byung Han An. Like these guys are objectively good plays, and I can feel like a decent human being for rooting for them too. So there's that added like life EV in there. So
Oh yeah.
I
See,
got
here's
that
my
going for
question
me.
to you.
Yeah.
I'll pose this question to you: would you play Grayson Murray if he were free?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, like I said, honestly, if he wasn't in the 7K range, if he was 69 or 6800, I think that's appropriate pricing for him. And I would consider him in that range. But there's too many good plays from 7400 to 7000 that I don't think I need to play him anyway. I mean, even a guy like Ryan Palmer could find some form here a little bit, and he might be an interesting play in like a GPP. But I mean, cash wise, I'm looking at the guys I listed already. So that's just me. I don't know. I think that there's a ton of guys worth talking about right under 7,000 still. So it's not a week that I'm really scrounging for guys to play. So